Okay, so
No.
we were looking into that trunket is data definitions language or a data manipulations language. So what do you think, based on this our discussion, what do you think the trunket is DDL or DML,
Truncate is DDL. It's data definition language.
and why you think so?
Because it is not manipulating. It is defining the data.
Ye- Right, it's manipulating the data, but at the same time, it defining some schema level changes as well, right? So
Yeah, like
that's, yeah, yeah, like
r- row level?
uh,
No.
identity column, right? That identity column, that is schema level changes, right? So it set identity to
Uh,
1. That means it's doing some changes on schema level, right? So your question was
yeah.
right. So what is the difference between the truncate and delete and drop? So drop is
Hmm.
definitely it delete the object itself
Hmm.
with the data. So that drop is no doubt it's a data definitions language, right? uh, that delete is working on row level, data level, so it's a data manipulations language. Truncate is deleting the data, but at the same time it's doing some schema level changes, so that's why it's a data definitions language. Okay, again,
Hmm.
truncate is faster because it's working on table level. It will delete all the data from this your table, so it's faster.
Hmm.
Okay, as compared to delete, because it deletes work on row by row. Okay, that's
Hmm.
why it's slower and it's faster. Okay, clear.
Yeah. 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 Got it.
Now we'll learn few more things about this DDL and DML. Okay, so we
Hmm.
understand now it's a drop, create, and truncate are data definitions. Data definition language. So there are 3 more commands. Okay, I think not
Hmm.
3. Sorry, alter is one more command. Okay, so using this
Okay.
alter, you can do a schema level changes.
Hmm.
If I want to, on table, this is my schema, a table. Okay, in table, I can create table
What
using
is
this.
exactly schema?
Okay, good question. Now let's say I'm doing the create. Okay, let me explain you in this way. This is my customer table. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, right click and script table as create to new query window. So you can see
Hmm.
that the create statement that we have defined, right, schema. So
Mhm.
create table and it creates this column, right?
Yeah.
So this is nothing but a schema actually. So for this
Okay.
table, these are my entities, these are my attributes, right? So these are my
Hmm.
attributes that we are defining the attributes. So
Hmm.
once we define the schema, then we can add data, right? But
Okay.
before
Okay.
defining the schema or before defining the table, I can't, before creating the tables, I can't insert the data, right? So
Mhm.
before inserting the data on top of this, I have to first create the schema. So this is nothing but a
Exactly.
schema, right? So this is my
Mhm.
table. Table structure is nothing but my schema. Okay,
Okay.
and that's why I'm calling the it schema. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. So that sounds good, actually, Suma. If you
Mhm.
have any single doubt, you can ask me. I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
happy to answer that,
Yeah.
because sometimes I'm using some wording or some terminology that
Mhm.
you might be not understand,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
always okay. So from the terminology, one thing also I want to clear with you, that SQL, sometimes people use SQL, right? And sometimes we call it
Mhm.
as a SQL as well. So
Yeah.
in professional world, it called the SQL, and you can call it as a
Mhm.
SQL as well. So both meaning the same. Okay.
Okay.
ठीक है. Now let's go for alter. Okay, so this is the schema route. Now let's say, let me show you first real time what is the problem, and then based on that you'll understand why we need alter
Mhm.
as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me go and do here. Select start from customer, execute. Now this is my one record, right? Now
Mhm.
if I go here and let me try to insert this record. Okay,
Yeah.
and what I'm doing this time, the address is, let me add something more than 100 words. Okay,
Mhm.
let me add something, just mm, okay, you'll understand why I'm adding this. Okay, address, And if I go and try to insert into the customer, okay, it still insert this record. Okay, but if you go and do select star from customer,
Okay.
you will see that customer is added. Okay, but can we try this? Okay, let me try this. If that 100 words are created for this or not. Let me match this data if it is inserted same data or not.
Mm.
Okay, it's the same data. Okay, no problem. What I want to show you that you will get the truncated error because in customer table, I have defined the size, right? For
Yeah.
this customer address, it's 500. Oh my God. Okay, it's 500. That's why it's taking. Okay, let's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, let's do
Mm.
something for customer name. Okay, it's 100, right? So maybe
Yeah.
instead of 100, maybe we can put some long name. And just want to show you that how it is. Or for email address, we will add something like
Mhm.
uh, let's try for this email address. Okay, 100 instead of 100, I will add something extra. Let me check. Press. Okay, let me try and execute this. Okay, now you can see
Yeah.
that, right? There's a string or binary data would be truncated in table
Mm.
column email ID because
Yeah.
I'm passing the more value, right? So the capacity is over, right? Because it's asking me to add only 100 characters.
100. Mm.
But sometimes let's stay in a customer address tables where I added 500, but just imagine if it's only 100 and
Mm.
customer is adding the more address detail. Okay,
Yeah.
in that
Mm.
case that data will get truncated, and that is the issue, right?
Mm.
So if I go and select start from customer, that it's not added this email address, right? Because it said
Mm.
data get truncated. Now so in that scenario, let's say this is my customer address is 100 and I want to make it 500. Okay, but right now it's 500, but just imagine if I showed you the error, right? So that's the problem,
Yeah.
it's a truncating. So let's say it's a 500, but still customer want to add more address, and instead of 500 I want to make it a max. Okay,
Mm.
let's say max means it will take 2000. Okay,
Mm.
2000 or max. I can, instead of that I want to do max. Okay, so how I can change this schema,
Mm.
right? So if I do so here I this is my schema, right, that we generated
Yeah.
from this. So my
Mm.
currently my customer address is 500, right? I want to make it email ID is valid. Okay, so we'll not do changes for the email ID. We'll
Yeah.
do for customer address is 500. I want to make it as a max. Okay, so the syntax for
Mm.
is that is very simple: alter
Okay.
table. Okay, and my table name is customer.
Customer.
Okay, so I'm adding customer here. Bracket is not
Mm.
required. Alter table name, and I'm writing again alter my column name. My column name
Mm.
is customer address. My data type is this, right?
Yeah.
And this is my varchar, right? So instead of that, what I will do, I will make it as a max.
Okay.
Okay, let's say I have to give alter column name and max, and let me execute this, right?
Yeah.
It's completed successfully. Now how I can check that it becomes max or not, where I can check that?
You have to select.
No, select will give you the data, right? Because if I go and do a select star
Okay,
from
like
customer,
mm,
so same way. Okay, the same way if I go to this table. Okay, let me refresh this, click here, go to the columns,
volumes.
and this is my customer, right? Now you can see that it's a varchar max, right? Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
same way the schema we generated, it was 500, right? Let's try
Mm.
and create a schema again. A script this table, create to new query window, and you can see that in new query, it should be varchar max, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, going forward, if any customer add any number of characters in address, it will not get truncated. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the reason it is, gets saved into, and that's why there is a requirement of alter statement. Okay.
Okay.
And now let's understand one more scenario. Now let's say this is my select star from customer. Okay. Uh, Now, tell me one extra attributes or columns that do you think to be added in the customer table?
Customer table, address, mobile number, email ID.
Any
One
one
more.
important attribute means column, or do you think that need to be added in the customer table?
Mm,
Maybe city. Address
yeah,
will
yeah.
give you
Yeah.
all the details. Address will give you all the details, but
Yeah,
I am not
already.
able to filter, right, with city. So
Exactly.
let's
Yeah.
say this is the projects that Amazons have developed, and then Amazon used that this application used by the customers, and now then Amazon realize that there is one more column is needed because I want to filter the customers based on the city, and I
Yeah.
should add one more column, that is address, in that. So how I can do
Yeah.
that? So again, for this, again, there is a alter statement that you can add. Okay.
Mm.
So what I can do, alter table. Okay.
Yeah.
Alter table my customer. Okay. And I want to add column, right? So I'm writing add, and my
Mm.
column name, right? What is my column name?
Okay.
City. Okay.
Okay.
And for that, I'm giving varchar 100 again.
Mm.
Okay. Now if I go and alter this, it should create one more column, right?
Mm.
Now how I can check that if the new column is added or not?
Um, Select star from customer or like, yeah.
Correct. So if I go and do a select star from, I got this city column, but can you see that by default value is null, right?
Null. Yeah.
Because
Mm.
definitely, because this column that I added after this rows was already inserted, right? So that's why I can't do with these records. But when the new record will insert, definitely I will add. Let's say if I'm adding the new customer Kiran, I will add the city Pune, but these are my existing customers, so I have to update this with update statement, right? That we learn that update statement.
Why
That
can't we use the insert
hmm,
statement
where
here? Like instead of like city, we used alter table and you did add, right?
correct.
Like while creating the table, we used insert statement for creating the entities. Sorry, these columns.
Yeah. So insert will insert the record, insert the data.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Insert will insert the data.
Sorry, I mean the create, create.
Ha, right. Yeah, that's what the requirement, right? That
Yeah.
we have created one customer tables. Okay, and this table, yeah, you have two options. Okay, so you can go and create your table. So in order to create tables, you have to first drop the table, and you have to create the table.
Okay.
That is the
Got it,
first
got it.
option. But let's say
Mm.
Amazon started using this application, now thousands of customer already there,
Mm.
and now they have two options. They can delete the customer, and they can, but they will
No,
lose the customer. So
exactly.
right, so they want to add one
It.
columns, and they will update this. Let's say they have the 1,000 customers, so for that 1,000 customers, they will take the city from them with by contacting them or whatever. That's their job, and they will update
Yeah,
this data, right?
yeah,
So though so this is what.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so select star from city, so you'll got this city as a null. Now your assignment for today is that just go ahead and update this city with your city name.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
And this is how we got. Now, so we covered the two scenarios, right? One is to alter column and change the data type. Okay, so
Hmm.
for this email ID, sorry, for this customer, what we did,
Yeah.
we added that size, right? Varchar max,
Hmm.
right? And for this, we have added new column. Now one thing is one thing that is we have to add remaining is that we have to delete the column. Let's say I have added the city, and let me add one more column again just to drop that. So where is my city? I have added the city. Okay, and now I'm adding let's say instead of along with I'm adding state. Okay,
Okay.
so state is machine level keyword. Actually, that's why it's coming in green. So what you can do is that even you can add this as a column. Okay, but you have to give the
Okay.
bracket. Okay, and execute. Now state is also added there. Okay, now if I go and do a select star from customer, I will get two columns, right? City and state.
Yeah.
But by default, these values are null. Okay.
Hmm.
Now we have started inserting, Amazon started inserting the states, city and state and all that stuff. But now
Yeah.
customer is saying, I will just put my city. Why should I put my state, right? Because
Mhm.
you can pick up that state based on my city. I don't want to
Yeah.
put state. And to give the end user a good experience, Amazon always want user should give the minimum inputs, right?
Mhm.
Right, so that's why I don't want this state column. So how I can remove this state column? So
We can delete it, right?
yeah, correct. So we can drop that. Okay, so how can deleted is working for a row level, right? Now we are working on schema level.
Yeah. Okay.
We are working on
Okay.
column level. So I want
Okay.
to delete that column, but delete will not work because
Oh,
delete is for row level
okay.
only, data level. So how you can do that? This is again, you can do with alter table command, alter table customer, and drop column, and you just have to give the column name, and that's it, and your job is done.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. So now what I can think, mm, just go and do a select star from customer, and you will get that
Yeah.
state level is get
Then,
deleted. So this is on
okay.
schema level, this is on column level, so you need that alter statement, and that will help you, okay, to get your job done. So
This is after creating the table if we want to add data and want to delete the table.
right, if you want
Okay.
to do on a data level, you have the DML operations, DML operations. If you want to do something on schema level, you have the DDL,
PDL.
alter statements, drop, truncate, and all that stuff, so that you can use. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me stop the recording. Okay. Do you have any questions before I stop the recording? Do you have any questions on this?
No, no
Right.
questions on
So
this.
far, so
Yeah.
clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me stop the recording. Okay, good. So finally we done our first day session, long time
Yeah.
pending. And do you want this recording as well for the practice? Because I just noticed that you need this syntax and all that stuff.
This one, yeah.
So what I will do, I will upload these videos on YouTube. Okay. But at the
Sure.
same time, this will be the private videos because for now, at least I will not make it public, and I will give the link so that you can go through these links, and you can do the practice,
Sure, sure. Yeah.
and so that tomorrow we'll do some joint practice. But before that, I want
Mm.
you to go with that. Okay, tomorrow maybe in first 5 to 10 minutes we'll again go with the summary. I will
Sure.
ask some
Yeah.
questions, and I will ask
Yeah.
your understanding. Okay,
Yeah.
ठीक है,
Yeah.
चलेगा?
I'll practice this. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely do practice, because that will only give you the confidence.
Yeah.
Do practice on
Sure.
that level where you can do it without looking at that
Mhm.
code or any reference. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
ठीक है,
Yeah.
चलेगा। फिर मैं क्या करता हूँ, sorry, I will send you this recordings maybe in the next half an hour or 1 hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Before 6:30 I will
Fine.
share that, and then
Okay.
do the practice. Tomorrow we are meeting the same time, right? 2:30.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
again we'll go the same 3 sessions, 2 to 3 sessions. Okay,
Okay.
and we'll try to cover all this stuff Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
so that
Sure.
you will be ready for the interview. ठीक है,
Okay.
चलेगा।
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Apart from this, do I need to have advanced Excel knowledge also while giving the interviews?
No, so see, the learning will never stop. We'll learn these things, but
Yeah.
once you learn the basic things, you can go ahead for the interviews. Even they will not ask you the advanced things in your interview. Okay,
Yeah.
even if they ask you, just tell them that I have the prepared about this partition and Windows function, all that stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
exploring on that. Even even
Yeah.
they will just check your learning. Even if you know that
Yeah.
concepts, it is more than enough. Okay, they will just check your learning attitude. No,
Yeah.
no worries on that part. Okay. वैसे भी
Yeah.
anyways within just 2 to 3 weeks we are going to finish all that stuff. So don't worry on that.
Yeah.
Do you understand Hindi?
हाँ हाँ I do understand Hindi. Don't
Sometimes
worry.
it comes naturally actually, but
Yeah, yeah, I do
that's
understand. Are
okay. Okay.
you from north side?
No, I am from Satara, Maharashtra only, so nearby Pune.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Maharashtra. Okay.
so my local language is Marathi actually. So do you know Marathi?
Yeah,
Means
yeah, yeah, I know. My neighbor is Marathi. Like I can understand Marathi.
wow,
Yeah,
great. बढ़िया बढ़िया,
yeah.
ठीक है, सही है। So ठीक है, डू द प्रैक्टिस एंड विल मीट टुमारो। देखते हैं
Sure.
फिर।
Yeah.
डू मोर प्रैक्टिस, सो आपको कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा उस पर। ठीक है,
Okay, okay. I'll practice these. Yeah.
परफेक्ट, चलो, थैंक यू, बाय, टेक केयर,
Thank you. Yeah.
बाय।
Bye bye.